Hi, everybody. It's Emmett here from Planet Youth. Just to do a quick introduction and explainer about the survey. So, Planet Youth survey happens every 2 years, right across the region with young people your age. And it's a very, very important survey because it gives us the information that's used to develop services for young people and infrastructure for young people. So, your answers are extremely important. You'll find as you go through that there's some quite difficult questions in here, some quite challenging questions, stuff you wouldn't usually be asked about, but it's important that we ask because we need to kind of get a bit of an indication when some people do live difficult and challenging lives, unfortunately. Right? So because of that, we have a little kind of card that you'll see beside the desk, and we'd encourage people maybe to follow up with somebody if there's something that comes up that you find you want to talk to somebody about, talk to a parent or somebody in pastoral care in the school, take a picture of the card perhaps, or take it with you. There's no harm to have these numbers in your phone just in case you ever need them. Just to show you a little bit about what the survey itself looks like, this is sort of the landing page you'd come to. So you'll get the link for this in Google Classroom or VSWay or something like that. And you'll see here it says, welcome to students. It's an anonymous survey, which I want to stress, and it's impossible to trace your answers to anybody in particular. Everybody's anonymous and hidden in the data, right? So try to answer all questions, but if you're not comfortable answering a question or do not want to answer a question, you can leave it blank and just keep going, right? There's no right or wrong answers. The important thing is sharing your opinion, right? So you can do the survey in any language, really. You'll see up here in the top right, it says here English. Click there, it says Irish or it says Ukrainian. But in fact, if you wanted to use Google Translate, you'd be able to use the survey in any language, whether it's Spanish or French or Arabic or what have you. You can do it that way. Now, most people will do it in English, of course. And what you'll find is at the start, you can put in the password, which you'll get from the school. It could be up on the board or it'll be in your link. And you just put in the password here, click on next. And you'll see it starts out fairly simple here. You'll see there's, how old are you? You might click 16, I'm in transition year. You said junior search, yes, I did. Click on next, and away you go, right? Simple as that, really. So what I would say, though, is to try to use the back button and the next button at the bottom of the screen rather than the top left one up here, because that might mean you'd have to restart. But these ones will help you navigate through the survey. And you just kind of work your way through along you go. It's quite lengthy, right? It could take, I think, a whole hour being given over to doing the survey, right? And some people it might even take quite that long, right? But if you finish a little bit early, maybe pull out a bit of homework or put your head down. The idea is that it's like an exam here. Everybody's here till everybody's finished. So if you do finish early, just kind of relax there and try not to disturb the people who are still going, okay? If you do have any questions as you go along, you can stick your hand up in the air and you'll have a teacher or supervisor come over to you with a paper version of the survey. And you can say, well, what does this mean? Or I don't understand that question or the way it's phrased. And they'll be able to explain and you can just keep going, okay? That's more or less it. I hope you enjoy it. I want to say thanks very much for participating and just reassure you once again that everything's completely anonymous in the survey. We will be sending you out a bit of feedback early next year, so you'll get a kind of a report on what people were saying in the survey generally, and that's more or less it. The best of luck with it, and you can get started now. Off you go. Thanks.